Man, who the fuck is you, bro?
You guys get off. Tell us so we can get out of the way.
Okay. Let's think a few.
That's just the difference, bro. I ain't scared of you, bro.
Make sure we can get out of the way.
Here, dog.
I want to beat your
Straight
ass
up,
at
man.
your
Listen
best.
here, man. What,
Fuck,
handle up. You gonna have all the time you need. Come February 19th. Okay?
You do a good job.
I hear you, baby.
I know.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Do what you do best. Lay it out.
I want to watch this one.
I got you, boy.
I hear you.
Got you.
Show the world. Stop rapping.
Sis ass.
I hear you.
That pumped me up.
Wow. Wow. Before we get into the fighters, I'd like to thank the media for attending our press conference today. There's a few people I'd like to thank in addition. And one is our title sponsor, Light Beer from Miller. I'd like to thank Spike TV, Mr. Kevin Kay, who's been a big supporter of mixed martial arts. So thank you, Kevin. I'd like to thank the Texas State Athletic Commission, Mr. Greg Alvarez, as well as the Toyota Center. And before we go into the fighters, we have one more gentleman here that really helped us in the local market. He has his own promotion. He went way out of his way to help us. He's the reason why we came to Houston. And that's Mr. Mick Maynard. So, Mick, why don't you come up and say a few words?
Thank you, Scott. It's ironic because several years ago when we first started, when I started Legacy Fighting Championship in the Houston area, we did our first event. Our role model was always Strikeforce and Scott Coker. He obviously started from the ground up, and that's what we've had to do ourselves. And in addition to that, we wanted to build Houston to be the MMA mecca that I believe San Jose is. I believe it's the #1 MMA city in the world. And so our goal this whole time is to be seen in the same light. And I believe we've come full circle, and that's what we are today. So it really is an honor to have you here, for Bellator to be here. And I think this is going to be a great event. It's obviously historic for many, many reasons. And you're going to see a lot of legacy fighters on this card as well. A lot of good prospects, a lot of vets, a lot of knockouts. It's going to be a great night, and thank you very much for having us.
Thanks, Mick. You know, when we talk about the genesis of this event, and I was talking to Ken about this a second ago, it really started with the Fan Fest in November of last year when Tito Ortiz fought Stephan Bonner. And we had a Fan Fest, and we invited Hoist, and we invited Frank and Randy, and we invited Ken. And I hadn't seen Ken in probably 6 or 7 years at that point. And he walks into the Dave & Buster's there in San Diego, and he looks across the room, and he says, well, he said, hello, Scott, first. And that's nice to see you. Haven't seen you in 6, 7 years. But he walks in, and he says, I want to fight that guy. And I said, who do you want to fight? And the only person I could see at that point was Randy Couture. I said, you want to fight Randy Couture? And he said, no, the other guy. He goes, that guy. And I look, and it was Hoist. And so in my mind, that's really what I started thinking about was, maybe this could be a possibility one day. I mean, this was the genesis that started mixed martial arts back in '93. And, you know, it's a privilege as a promoter to have these two legends sitting next to me. And so I thank Ken, I thank Hoist for taking the fight. And it didn't take much to talk Hoist into it either. He was, you know, I said, Hoist, do you want to do this? And he said, what? I'll do it right now. I'll fight him in a phone booth. I'll fight him on the street. I'll fight him in the floor. Let's do it. I go, no. It's not like he doesn't want to fight you right now. We're talking about a professional fight in the Bellator cage. And so, you know, these guys are ready to get it on. And I think that you see the heat from, you know, Kimbo and Dada. I think that fight has a lot of emotion and passion behind it. And it's going to be a great night of fights on Friday here at the Toyota Center. So at this point, I'd like to open it up. Maybe Hoist, you could just say a few words.
What can I say? I'm back. Can't wait. I'm ready.
Ken?
Well, first of all, I just want to say thank you for all showing up, and Scott Coker and Bellator, Spike TV. Thank you guys. I tell you, it's a fight that's been wanted to have happen for 23 years. For whatever reasons, it never happened. Scott saw it, saw the opportunity to put something together that's going to be legendary, and to give back to the fans that have been great for so many years. So for that, thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to Friday the 19th at the Toyota Center, where I get to step in the ring against Hoist Gracie, and we'll see if I'm ready.
And for everybody that's here locally, come on down. to the event and watch it. And if you're not here locally, tune in on Spike TV on this Friday. It's free at 9 p.m. Kimbo, a few words?
I'll just wait till I get asked the question.
Okay, Dada?
Listen, I thank each and every one of you guys.
You fool! Shut up, man.
Man, listen.
You ain't got shit to
hey,
say.
Listen, bro, I got something
You
for
look like shit in your training
hear you.
yesterday.
I hear you.
Nothing you can do can hurt me, bro.
Listen to this
These
right here.
people ain't gonna be here to
When I
protect
put my
you
hands
Friday, Dada.
on you. You
Don't
gonna
fear.
understand what it feels
Don't
like to
fear.
be helpless
You
for
got
the
a better
first time in a
chance
long time
fighting Kimbo.
in your life.
You understand me, bro?
At the end of the day, you ain't
Listen
never
to me.
meet nobody that's gonna hit
Listen
you
to
as
me.
hard as me.
You fuck with Ferg. You called me out.
Listen,
You
dude,
called out Kevin Ferguson,
you are
bro.
a non-factor, bro.
Okay, I'm gonna show you.
I hear you.
I'm gonna
And
bust
guess
your
what?
ass off
I hear you,
Friday,
bro.
bro.
And guess what? I'm
telling
planning
you,
on
Dada.
doing the same thing to you,
After
dude.
I knock your ass out,
I
keep
hear
my
you.
name out your mouth.
I hear you. Listen to dude.
Don't say
That
shit
sounds
else.
good, but at the end of the day, you're not capable physically or mentally of doing none of that shit that you talk about, bro.
Physically, I'm not, bro.
Man, listen, dude,
Sure.
I'm a manhandle you, dude.
Yeah.
I promise you that.
Okay.
I promise you
Okay,
that.
so
Pull
let's...
your pants down. Let me see size.
Man, listen,
I'll show
man.
my nuts right now. Let me
I
see
mean,
your nuts.
listen, yeah. You
You got baby nuts, Dada.
You want to do that?
You got baby nuts. I bet you my nuts bigger than yours.
I hear you.
Come
man.
on.
I hear you. You
Okay.
do what you feel do.
I bet you my- excuse
do
me,
what
boys.
you do. You do what
My
you do.
nuts bigger than yours.
Man, whatever, man.
No,
I'ma see you
have
in
a
the
seat,
ring.
guys. Have a seat.
I'ma see you in the ring when I knock you out, nigga. Straight
Okay.
up. Straight up. See, that's it.
Dog, you
Ain't
never knocked
scared
out
of you,
nobody.
bro.
Who did you knock out?
Hey,
No nuts, please.
I'm gonna tell you like this
Who did
right
you
here.
knock out?
Despite who you feel
I'm
I
giving
fought,
you your time
know what
now,
I'm saying?
right?
No, you going there on the
I'm
top
giving
because
you your
he asked
time by going back and forth
hold
with
on.
you now.
He asked you. You ain't
Because
had nothing
next
to say. Then
Friday,
you cut
right?
me off.
Friday is my
You know what I'm
time. That's
saying?
where I
Listen,
shine
you
at,
ain't
bro.
gonna do nothing but what you doing now.
Dada,
Talk.
listen to me, Dada.
I don't need to listen to you. Who the
Y'all
hell is
feel
you?
Listen to me.
Kevin Anthony Ferguson?
Giving you your time right now.
Listen, you show me.
Time is gonna be
You
Friday.
show me.
That's
You
what
show
I
me.
do best.
Listen here, you show me. You
I
doing
want
too
you-
much
I'm
talking,
gonna.
man. You
I'm
show
gonna.
me.
I'm gonna.
You're not
No
capable.
one's gonna be there but me and
I
you,
hear
bro.
you. 3 people going in.
Okay?
Only 2 coming out on their own will, and that's me and
How
the
long
rest.
it took you to
You ain't
rehearse
got to
that?
be a rocket scientist to figure out who getting left.
I got you,
I
bro.
tell you, I'm gonna rip something off on you, man. I
Okay,
hear you.
I got you.
You ain't feel pain yet, bro.
let's open it up for questions.
You and your puppets over there.
Please tell us who you knocked out.
John Morgan has
I
a
hear
question
you.
back there.
I hear you. Man, come on, Squeaky man. Hey, listen here. You know where I'm at. You know where I'm at, homeboy. Nigga, the same thing. Hold on, my nigga. Listen. You nigga, hold on. You been getting ran up out the flea market.
Yeah, it is.
Nigga, you ain't about that, man. You know where I'm at. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
all
Yes, sir.
good, man.
We'll handle that. We'll handle that. Come on, man. You ain't gonna hit nothing. Ain't gonna let nothing get hit.
Okay, John,
I hear
you better speak
I
really
hear
fast.
All right.
I hear you.
We'll start
I
with
hear you.
Ken actually,
Tough
so we can
guys.
get a let Ken
question
have
for Ken Shamrock,
a
please.
word
You
here.
already know, man.
Ken, yesterday at the open workouts, you started your day by going out of your way to praise Royce Gracie and offer your respect for him. Why was it so important for you to get that message out to offer the respect right before a fight?
Well, I think it's important that we understand the legacy of the UFC and how the Gracie families brought the UFC and also MMA to the United States, and to allow us to be able to compete in this great organization. Royce Gracie did something that I think that will never go unforgotten. He fought 4 guys in one night, outweighed double sometimes, and prevailed in 3 tournaments. I believe 3 or 4. I'm not sure which, but just did something tremendous. And so I don't have much time in this sport, and I want to enjoy every moment of it, but I also want to make sure that I show my respect to everybody that has helped this sport along. So I wanted to make sure that I got that out first before I told you my intentions.
He's not a big trash talker, of course, never has been, but he didn't necessarily have the best things to say about you. He said you talk too much and that sort of thing. So when you're going out of your way to be respectful, is it frustrating to have maybe not that same feeling coming back?
Absolutely not. This is a sport that we're in. I did it for me, not for anybody else. I did it for the fans, and I showed my appreciation from my heart, from what I felt. And I don't want anything back from that. I'm here to do what I do, but before I go do what I do, I just wanted to show that respect. And after that, the fight's on.
Thank you, Ken. Royce, if I could briefly for you, Ken has gone out of his way to say how much this fight means to him, his legacy, his entire future, everything he's done is in this fight. Does this fight have special meaning for you like that, where it's impacting your life, impacting your legacy, or is this just you coming back?
Every fight means everything to me. So that's what I do.
Thanks, Royce. And just briefly, if I could, for Kimbo, you mentioned that some people weren't all that impressed with what they saw out of Dada 5000 in the gym yesterday, maybe a little bit underwhelmed by what they saw. Tell me what you saw. Did you see footage, and break it down? What did you see of his work yesterday?
I mean, like I said, dude looked like shit, but I don't know if that's how he really trains. I don't know that. I'm gonna take this fight like I take every fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm the next man Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? If you coming in to fight me looking like that, dog, you gonna get your ass smashed. You know what I'm saying? Because this you gotta put time in this shit here, man. This is not a game. You know what I'm saying? You don't get a fight by running your mouth. You get a fight from being good, to be able to be a well-rounded fighter. You know what I'm saying? I had to put my time in here. You know what I'm saying? I know positions. You know what I'm saying? I can feel shit coming on. I'm a well-rounded fighter, but I don't think I need to use my skills to knock this clown-ass nigga out, man. For real. This nigga's a shit talker. He talk a lot of shit. He looked like shit yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to just bang his ass up. I've never took a fight, enjoy, like, beating a person's ass. I really feel good about this one. And this is the first. I have no worries, no fear. There's nothing this nigga could do that's going to hurt me. I proved myself over 10 years. 10 years in this fight game. This pussy nigga, excuse me, my baby girl right there. This dude don't know nothing about that there, man. I can stand in his face and put the hands on him, but I'm going to be smart. I'm going to show the professional that I am, and I'm going to bang his ass up, and I'm going to knock his ass out, because I'm waiting to see the legends go at it. That's all I got to say about this.
Dada, since he walked in, you haven't taken your eyes off him. When's the last time you guys got together in a room before Houston? And
He liked the way I look. That's why he can't take his eyes off me. See, trying to be like me and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you're repping the 305, right?
All day.
There you go. When's the last time you talked to him? What's the last words the two of you had with each other before all of this?
Man, listen, this guy, he sent me emails in the past years ago when I started the backyard. At the end of the day, I haven't seen
email
him.
address, right?
Sent me, you sent emails
Can
in the
you show
backyard
us?
when I was
You wanna
doing what I was
prove it?
doing. Listen,
Show
at
it
the
to
end
us?
of the day, it's like this right here.
Dada,
Right? I
I
haven't
email
seen
you,
the guy
bruh.
in years. When I started
What you
doing the
talking
backyard
about?
fighting, he told me a while ago, I hope you training hard as fuck. You know what I'm saying? You better be ready. Guess what? I'm ready.
You gonna lie in front of these
Bruh,
people
I'm
right
ready.
here? You gonna tell these people
I'm
I
ready.
did this to you?
When I was doing the backyard
really gonna tell
fighters,
these
you
people I
actually
told you
said
this?
that. And you gave me a call and you said, hey, listen, we're in arm's reach of each other. I never ran from nobody. I never been scared of nobody.
I'll
See, that's
be
just the
damned.
difference. You know what I'm saying? See, you could talk
Wow.
because that right there is what you know best. But see, you can't put two and two together to come up with nothing good for yourself, let alone for somebody else. Come Friday night, you
You know
just
my
bring that
daughter is
drama.
over there listening to this shit
You just
you
bring
saying.
that drama
You
that
believe
you
this?
spoke of.
You know my daughter's
That's
listening
it.
to the shit
you
you
just
saying,
bring
right?
that drama. I'm
You're
talking
proving
to you,
to the
bro.
world that you're a liar.
I'm
You do know
talking
that,
to
right?
You bring that
But you
drama
lying, though,
that you
Daffield.
spoke of. You did that.
Okay.
I don't gotta lie.
All right, my man.
Just like you only come back to the hood when it's
Just-
beneficial for you, bro.
Bro, I don't even go back to the hood. for when it's
Exactly,
been-
you said it. You
What
said
talking
you're a
about?
seven-figure dude. You move with the white
What
folks.
you talking about?
That's not the problem. The issue that the people had in the streets was that you never came back. To each his own. But guess what? The truth hurts. But this right here got to be killing you.
Man, you digging yourself into a
I hear
serious
you,
grave,
man.
boy.
Listen, show me, man. I promise you, man. You have no idea what you're stepping in the ring with.
If I may.
Yes.
Sorry, didn't want to interrupt too much. Scott, to what extent was there any effort or interest in making this fight in Miami?
We actually had a conversation internally about doing the fight in Miami, but we felt that the timing was perfect for this event, and we had already talked to the venue, and we were ready to go. So, I think this fight resonates anywhere, and people can feel the heat. It's the most media I think we've received ever in the fight with Hoyce and Ken, Dada and Kimbo. I mean, the media turnout's been amazing. The digital stuff that we've been pumping out has been amazing. I feel the momentum building, and on Friday night, I think it's gonna be big.
And one more, if I may. Do you have any figure on ticket sales for the Toyota Center for this event?
Yeah, I mean, I think that ticket sales are going extremely well. I think we're expecting a full house.
I'll go one more. Ken, there's a lot of kids that are going to watch this fight that have gotten into MMA over the last decade or two. They might not remember the first time you guys fought. Can you recap
Careful.
in words?
Careful.
Hey, I got
Careful.
a son who's watching YouTube videos because he wants to see that.
Yeah, I mean, it's back in '93 when me and Hoist first got in the ring, and since that time, a lot of different things have transpired, in which I've spoke about. And Hoist has his vision of it, and I have mine. And it's been a while since we've been able to put this fight together. I know I've tried several times. For whatever reason, they didn't happen. And I pretty much gave up on it. And then I made mention to Scott that I'd like to fight him. And, here we are today with the opportunity to put something to rest that's been going on for 23 years. Because every time that conversation comes up, I hear their side saying I just laid on him. And my side says, well, if he just laid on you, how good did that make you? So it's just been a conversation piece that tends to never die down. And most of the time, you don't ever get to settle it. But fortunately for me and Hoist, we've stayed in good shape. We're both very competitive. And we get in the ring and actually settle it without arguing about it.
A question for Kimbo and for Dada. It's fair to say you guys are both super angry now. How are you guys going to be able to channel that energy come Friday where talking's not going to matter? You got to get in the cage, lock the door. How are you guys going to control your emotions when fight time comes?
I will say this. I'll take this one first. It's the difference, you know what I'm saying, between angry and being hungry. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you guys have watched Dogfight, right? 1, we're filming Dogfight 2. Come Friday night, Kimbo Slice is needed for the main ingredient.
Kimbo, your response?
I wasn't listening. What
That's
you
good.
said.
You're going to feel it.
He just said that Friday, the main event, or Friday, the fight between you two is going to be the main ingredient for the second Dogfight film.
But
Good. I'd like to just. Is it Melvin back there? Melvin, how you doing?
My question is for the two legends. I'm excited to be fighting on the card with you guys, by the way.
Melvin.
I just want to know, with Shamrock and Gracie, like what you guys have in this trilogy, this legacy, is there any bad blood with you guys going into this, or you guys are just taking it as, parts of y'all legacy to finish off what you guys started so greatly in '93?
To me, he's just another opponent, a new one, just another opponent.
Yeah, for me, man, I tell you, I'm very emotional when I fight, and all my fights mean something to me, and I always have to find something in my opponent that makes me angry, and I pick at it. But afterwards, I have nothing against them. I'm over it. I'm finished. It's time to move on. And that's the same thing in this fight. There's definitely an issue here in which I want settled. I've been asking for it for quite some time. I'm getting it. And in the ring, we get to settle it. And after it's over, it's over. I mean, and that's just been my personality since day one. Well, let's start with number 3 first.
Question for Ken. You were just in there with Kimbo a couple months ago, sitting next to Dada. Have you guys shared any thoughts? Have you talked to him about what it's like to be in there with Kimbo?
I wouldn't do that. Personally, for me, that's just unprofessional. Fighters have to go in and fight their own fights. I'm friends with Kimbo and Dada. I'm very much looking forward to watching these two guys fight. In fact, this is the kind of stuff that I do like. I love it when two guys want to go in there and take each other apart. And hopefully when it's over, though, it's over. So hopefully that's what will happen with this fight.
Thank you. And question for Scott. What does it mean to you in your legacy as a promoter? Obviously, you've been around a really long time in the fight game, to put together Ken and Hoist, two of the guys that started it all. What's it mean to you for your legacy?
Yeah, I mean, I think about 1993, sitting in my friend's living room watching UFC 1 and watching these two fighters go at it. And that was the pivot point that changed martial arts to what it is today. Before that, kickboxing was around. People sometimes had to wear long pants, get 8 kicks in per round. We had a deal on ESPN. We did all different types of kickboxing, but it really made you go, wow, what is this? And it really changed there's like a shift in, you can't just be a striker. That's what I thought. You better start going and learning some jiu-jitsu. And that's what happened, because the Gracie family came out, challenged everybody, and they said, hey, we're here to stay. And then they proved it. And so that legacy has continued. But it was that fight that really changed the history of martial arts. And I think a lot of people that don't understand what martial arts was like back before that time, it was like the karate school didn't like the kung fu school, the taekwondo school didn't like the judo school, the jiu-jitsu guys probably didn't like everybody. And but in seriousness, it was really a segregated, style, like my style versus your style. As crazy as that sounds, that's what it was like in that era before that. And then, this fight really made people change. Say, hey, I need to become a well-rounded fighter. I need to go learn some jiu-jitsu. I better learn some wrestling. I better learn some striking. And it's really what has evolved into martial arts today. Not just in the cage, but we're talking about martial arts as in effective application of techniques. Really was founded, to me, from that day, that fight moving forward. And so that's the significance of it. It was a pivot point for martial arts. I'm proud to do this fight. Man, I'm telling you, I've watched this fight in my mind, the walkout, going to the cage, these two guys, the locking of the cage, and then, I can't see past that point. So to me, I'm really excited to see both these fights. And you guys can all tune in, 9 p.m., Spike TV, and watch it for free. Thank you. Any, we good?
Any other questions?
Real quick, Dada and Kimbo, you have fighters in the past who don't like one another. They have a lot of animosity. But after the fight, regardless of the outcome, they shake hands and, it is what it is. Between you two, will there ever be a point where you two shake hands?
Man, I got no reason to be friends with this dude. The dude
Vice
done lied
versa.
on me. Nigga done lied on me, man.
Vice versa.
I ain't got no reason to be friends with
Yeah, I'm
him.
done
See,
talking, man. I
again,
do the rest of my talking inside the ring.
Again.
Yeah.
I got no reason to be friends with this dude.
Let's break it down. Thank you guys for coming, and we're going to get on some one-on-ones here. Just schedule with Danny.
So yeah, guys, if you can give us a minute, we're gonna take these tables down and do a one-on-one face-off photo op.